Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video we're going to be doing another product unboxing and review. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at another product from Powerline. This one is a T-Class. Now funnily enough, my first ever review on this channel was of the Powerline T-Class, which you can probably just see in the corner of the screen here. And that particular model is still, in my opinion, a very good model to this day. Now this new one I have here, this is actually the current latest release, which I believe was released towards the end of last year. So I finally got my hands on one, and in this video we're going to see what's changed, and also want to see how the older model compares to this new release of Powerline T-Class. So we're going to do that. We're also going to take a look at the sound features, because yes, I did say sound. This is a DCC and sound fitted model, so we're going to take a look at the sound features, and then we're going to take it for a spin around the Australian Model Railway Association Victoria branch club room in Glen Iris, Melbourne. That's the club that I'm a part of, so we're going to take it there and give it a run behind a train, and of course we'll come back at the end of the video and we'll take a look at my final thoughts and conclusions on what I think this model is like. So anyways, if that sounds interesting to you, please hit the subscribe button so that way you don't miss out on any future product reviews just like this one in the future. Anyways, let's get into unboxing this new model. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the model now, so we're going to take it out of the box. But first of all, I just want to show you the box. Now the box art has not changed since the older release, although the only difference is the sticker on the end here. It actually has an illustration of which one you have, and obviously the description of it. That is the only thing that's changed in terms of the box art since I got my older model. So let's take the top off. Just pull back the foam, and the model is still enclosed in a case of plastic like what the older one was, so we'll just put that to the side carefully there. Now in the box there's a few things. There's a few things there actually. So what we have is a sounds list, because as I said at the start of the video, this is the DCC sound fitted model. So got that. We also have the instruction manuals. This is for T class, H class and CK class locomotives. So we've got that, and we also have a product warranty. So yeah, so that's all the stuff we get in the box. Now on to the thing that you guys want to see and that I want to see is actually the locomotive itself. So take that off, and we're going to very carefully take it out. And there it is. There's the model out of the box. First things, it's pretty heavy. It's pretty heavy. Another thing that I've just noticed, metal KD couplings. That is something that the older model did not include, which I for one am very happy to see. It's got a very nice cab interior as well, and it's got all the usual details underneath, like what the older one has. It's got the plastic brake hoses. It's got the metal etched couple of lift bar. So yeah, overall pretty nice so far. So let's get this on the layout, and I can point out the details. Alright, so taking a look at the details now, we do have, as I mentioned before, we do have the metal KD couplings, we have the metal couple of lift bars, we've got the plastic air brakes, or sorry, not air brakes, air hoses. That's something the older model has, so that's absolutely fine. I've not had any issues with them. We have the brass edge walkway steps, metal handrails. We also have the handrail up here. We also have separately applied windscreen wipers there. The number board there is very nicely applied. We have some nice handrails along the side of the long hood here. I also just have noticed that this handrail is actually damaged, which is a bit of a shame, but From what I saw under my inspection off camera, that seems to be the only bit of damage. We have some metal handrails at the back here, some more of the brass etched step walkways, got a brass etched grille here. Now if we just turn the model around, get it on track, same sort of deal. We have a wealth of separately applied underframe details, some nice metal handrails, separately applied windscreen wipers. We have the horn here, we have this nice long separately applied handrail, brass etched grille here. For some reason this coupler lift bar doesn't want to go down, not sure why. We also have the number boards there and the very nicely applied VR logo. And I should also point out too, the livery application on this model is quite good too. On the top here we have the brass etched I guess grille you could call it. We have the exhaust stack and a few different handrails. So overall, pretty good model. A shame about the broken handrail on this side, but to be honest, if that's the only thing that's damaged, I mean, I suppose I could just let it slide. A little bit of glue will get that back in place. But overall, very nice looking model. And what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to do a quick comparison between this new one and my older one in the background there. Alright, so I've got the two side by side here, and from what I can see sort of visually, there's not many differences between the two models. The only differences that I can point out between this older one and the new one I've got, the older one came with plastic couplers. I've since upgraded those to KD number 5s, and obviously the new one already comes with metal KD couplings. And apparently the lighting on this new one has also been changed. They've changed the colour to a like a warm white colour, sort of like a yellowy kind of colour. I've since done that on my older one. So there's a few differences in terms of visual differences, but apart from those two things, not very much has actually changed. I'm not sure what it's like underneath on the chassis, but I would suspect the newer one has been upgraded quite significantly in terms of its electronics. But anyways, yeah, there's not really many differences between these two. So with that, I suppose we can give it a quick run around the layout, and then we'll take it over to the club layout and give it a run there. Okay, so I've got the new T-Class on the track now, and first thing I notice is the colour temperature of the lighting. It's now a warm white colour as opposed to the blue colour that the previous model had, and also the number boards light up. Now, a really nice feature that I've just discovered actually is when you switch directions, rather than the lights just going off instantly, they actually they fade out. So I'll show you. So I'll change direction, and then I'll change back direction. As you can see, the lights fade, and when you turn them on and off, and the same thing with the number boards as well, which I think is a really nice feature. And in fact, none of my other locos have it. Not even my Precision locos have that. So that's a first for me, and that's something that I really do like. Now, for now, I'm going to run it as 03, which is factory setting. It's not yet programmed, so I'll run it around my layout with the 03 setting in the decoder, and then obviously I'll program it off camera, and then when we go to the club I'll run it with the sound on. So I'll run it with no sound for now, and then when we go to the club we'll run it with the sound on. So let's get this train going. Okay, so off camera I programmed the decoder, and I've also given it a run, so I've run the locomotive in now. So let's take it to the club and give it a run around the club layout.
What are you doing, man?
Alright, so hope you guys enjoyed the shots of the loco running around the club layout. So I guess I can share with you guys my thoughts on what I think this model is like. So I suppose we'll start off with the negatives, as there's not really many negatives, only two. So first one obviously being the handrail. In fact, you know, that's nitpicking. The handrail, it had just been dislodged, but a little bit of glue and I was able to put that back into place. So that's not really a negative, to be completely honest. But I guess the only sort of real negative that I sort of discovered with this model is when it's I guess, cold out of the box or cold start. It struggles to maintain power. Like, I did notice when I was running it around the club layout, after, like, within the first sort of few laps of the layout, it did tend to struggle a little bit. Like, it did stall a fair amount of times, and I'm not the only one who has experienced this. Apparently a lot of other people have experienced this with their T classes. What's funny is that my older one, which is just here, never actually had that issue when I first bought it. It seems to be the newer models like this one that have had this issue. So it is something to watch out for. It is a bit of an annoyance, but it did eventually sort itself out, and I was able to run it around with no dramas at all, no stalling or anything like that. But that's the only sort of negative that I can really sort of think of with this particular model. So now let's talk about the positives. The livery application is absolutely top notch. I can't see any issues with the paint job or any issues with the printing of logos and numbers. The running quality is superb. Once it has obviously warmed up, there's no stuttering, or it's not a noisy runner or anything. It's nice and smooth, nice and quiet. The lighting feature is one thing I really do like. When you switch directions, the lights, they dim slowly before they turn off. So when you switch directions, these will dim, and then that one and that one will be red. That's a feature I really do like, the fact that the lights, they dim slowly before they eventually turn off. That's a really nice feature, and the detail on it is really good. I have absolutely no issues with that, and overall it's just a really good model. And the sound, I should also point out too, the sound, as you probably saw in those running clips at the club, it's nice and loud. It uses a pretty decent quality speaker, and the sound file for this is actually by DCC sound, so it's a good quality sound file that has been used on this particular model. So overall, very good model by Powerline, and I'll definitely be buying more T classes from them in the future. Now, someone else is also going to be releasing a T class, that being SDS Models. So when that one becomes available, I'll most likely pick one up. And what I do want to do is I do want to do a little comparison between this new one and the new SDS T class that will be coming out. So stay tuned for that video, and of course there will be a review on the SDS T class when I do eventually pick one up. So if I was to give this a score out of 10, I'd probably rate this a solid 9 out of 10. It's a fantastic model, and for the price, I reckon I'd buy another one for the price. I'm very happy with my purchase. Alright, so that will be it for today's video, guys. I do hope you enjoyed it. Of course, leave your feedback on what you think about this review and this model in the comment section below. I really do like it, and I'll definitely get another one, as these really are a really good model. So I'll leave a link to where you can get one from down below, so check it out if you're interested. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and of course I'll see you all in my next video. Take care, stay safe, and of course, have a nice day. Bye everyone.